رباط مدنية لازارس دنيا خرج أنا تزيين رباط مدنية لازارس دنيا Okay.
Yeah.
The tomb of Lazarus was located outside of what would be the village at that time because in keeping with the prescriptions of Mosaic law, graves, tombs could not be found in the same place as people were living. It always had to be outside. If we are to believe that the village of Bethany is where we just saw the monastery of Martha and Mary, the roundabout and so, this outside of that area was the place where the tomb and the other tombs would be in the hillside. The tomb of Lazarus is a few meters farther in that direction. Of course, in the 4th century, this whole location was built up as a great Byzantine church and monastery, and one accessed the tomb by way of the church, just as one accessed so many other places by way of the church. This was later embellished, and until the 7th century. In the 7th century, all of this was destroyed. It was not until the 12th century that the Crusaders attempted to rebuild. They did, but at the end of the 12th century, the Crusader rebuilding was once again destroyed and remained so until the 20th century. What we have today, the church, and this church is from the 1920s. On the opposite side, there is an Orthodox church, which is from the 1960s. And in between, we have the tomb. When, in the 7th century, the monastery and the basilica, which were here, the Byzantine monastery and the Byzantine basilica, were destroyed, the Muslims transferred the structure into a mosque. And it continues as a mosque to this day, though the mosque which they have now is a new mosque, built over the old mosque. And because they didn't want the Christians coming and going through their mosque, they eventually sealed up the entrance into the tomb of Lazarus, and it was the Franciscans who were responsible for making a new entrance into the tomb directly from the street, even though we do have to pay the Muslims for access to the tomb, even though we access the tomb by way of the street. Here we have a fragment of the ruins of the church. This, as you see, these are pillars. Here we have a fragment of wall. Here, we have fragments of mosaics which have survived.
I'm going to church to get something to do.
Yes, Father, we're not going to go into the church. We're just here on the outside. And we will be by no, it's only siesta. No, just to the outside. Thank you. My regards to Father Eleazar. Good. If you will note here, there's one fragment of fresco which has survived. At one time, all of the walls inside the church were covered with hagiography, and this is all that we can see. Even so, we are lucky to be able to do that. As you see, it has here a shield from the rain. Also, there are some tombs, and this we will very quickly, in those 15 minutes, walk here. Here you see fragments of mosaics, more fragments of mosaics, covered over here with more fragments of mosaics. Here we have tombs. This is the tomb. Note the original structure surviving this position. Here we have original surviving fragments from the earthly structure. Alongside here, also here. inside we would have even more tombs. We're not going to go inside because the time is limited. Mosaics. Mosaics and tombs.
Один минут. No, it's up to you. I didn't open
okay.
it. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's okay.
Granata $1. $1 granata. Вода,
Що говорити, чи як кінець? Може випити мені, ні?
Они остановятся, где там будут все.
Потім будуть на вас злити, на що вам то?
Чого? І так зараз йдуть їсти.
We'll wait until the group assembles, and then I will explain first outside what we're looking at, and then I will go downstairs and lead you downstairs. And then when you finish, you might want to look into this shop. It's not an obligation, but and as I said, when we were in the previous location, the Muslims converted the basilica into a mosque. And they no longer wanted the Christians walking through the mosque to get into the tomb, so they sealed the original entrance into the tomb. The Franciscans, however, made a counter proposition which was accepted, that they would make a staircase leading from the street into the outer chamber of the tomb. So today we descend into the tomb by way of the Franciscan Staircase, which leads from the street rather than from the mosque. And if we have permission, then we will go down. I will be downstairs, and I would ask who is going to be the last person, so I know when we're finished. This was the original entrance here. This was the entrance. And Jesus would have stood here outside the tomb. They opened the vault.
Oh, I'm sorry. Here, go ahead.
Is it big? You can all fit down there?
Well, you can try. See how many people can fit before you can't fit any more in. It's like in the 1950s packing an automobile. Right. You go
A telephone booth. We used to pack into a telephone.
There you go.
Packing for two. I'm going to record it on
I want to record it
photo.
as people climbing in.
And so you see the whole group fit. If Father would be here with his prayer book, then we could read the Quran.
What happened to him?
He's probably
He's up top.
the street.
Are you going down? No. Excuse me, I'll walk you through.
You're doing great. You're. Watch his back. Touch your hand.
Smile. Smile, you'll all be resurrected.